Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Jimmy C in the place to be, right here talking to you. I had a couple of issues that I wanted to address as far as the relationship between a worker, a handyman, contractor versus the client. On and off in the past, I always deal with the fact that when I work for my own people, um, it seems like toward the end, when it's time just to get paid or when it's time for, for money, there's a lack of communication or there's almost no communication at all. And as well, when people are running job sites and they think they know what they're doing, but it's poor management and a lack of consistent work ethic from the person whose job it is, because they got to be the pioneer, like they got to be the main person that's coming through there, making sure the job site is organized, setting a schedule for what they're going to get done on a daily basis. Like they really have to be focused in order to run their job site successfully. You cannot be lazy. Like you got to work harder than everybody for a little while until you get the guys in place where you can just micromanage, but you got to micromanage properly. My main issue is people asking you to work for them and they have no overhead in the bank. If somebody asks for you to work for them, and it's not piecework, it's longevity work, and the money is based off the production on the job site, is not based off you spending your time away from your family or away from your home in the control of somebody else for however many hours that you surrender yourself for. And then when you look around, you end up losing in the end. So I got a tip for workers and I have a tip for clients. Rule number one, don't ask for a price over the phone. Okay? Don't say, I got this that I need to have done. How much you going to charge me? That's a no-no. In most cases, a real contractor wouldn't do that over the phone with you anyway. They would have to see the work just to get the proper accumulation of square footage or whatever it is for that house or that particular project. Another issue is when you come on the job site and then you see the work that they have, and they might have sent you pictures ahead of time, then you come and see the work that they have, and then you agree to a price and start working. And then in the process of you doing the work, they starts to add on things. I mean, what's your problem? Don't add on anything. Everything is going to be taken care of in the specifics of in which we agreed on within the contract. Because now I had to change the way that I work, because just this year alone, and not to say I'm an independent worker, but to lose $7,000 in a year when you're an independent worker, it's really painful. So, it's not in this process or in all of those situations, it was the negligence of the contractor that made me lose out. And I could have got ignorant. I could have done crazy things, but it ain't worth that. Like people need to be people of their word. If you tell somebody, all right, this is what I'm going to pay you per day. That's what I'm going to pay you per day. You come to an agreement with the person that's working for you. Don't change up. Okay? Because people change up when it comes down to that money. When it comes down to the end, and they find reasons just to get aggravated with you so you can have a problem with getting your money at the end. So, like, these are things that you have to watch out for as a handyman coming from the client. Now, on the opposite end, You have people that pose as if they're skilled. You have people that can talk a good game. Some talk too much. And then as you're watching them do the work, you don't really know much about the process of what's going on, and they don't either. But like, they know how to talk to you and make you think that they know. So in the process of you hiring somebody, if you got drywall work, if you have any other work, go on YouTube, take a look at the type of work that you're going to be having somebody else do for you, so you can tell if they know what they're doing or not. Because the person that's doing the work on YouTube or on any type of media platform, they're going to explain to you while they're doing it step by step. So you should be able to understand it, even though you can't master the art of drywalling or carpentry or whatever instantly. You can see what the process is and understand, just so you're not losing money. Because when you get into the process of losing money, then that's even more frustration, because you have to still deal with the eyesores in your house, and you got to come up off more money. Like, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with you having to come off anything other than what we agreed to, because that is the way business is supposed to go. It's actually a three-way thing, because you have the client, you have the contractor, and you have the handyman or the subcontractors. So, in that process, either one of those entities can be bogus. So you have to know how to recognize it up front and then act accordingly, because this is an expensive game. You can lose so much of your time if you don't get paid. That's time you'll never get back, that you sacrificed on the job site. And that person might not feel that it's as important for you to get paid because they lost on the job. But that was their loss. It wasn't your loss, because you dedicated your time to that person. I've ran into this several times as well. And it took everything inside of me not to go upside that person's head, or not to be a hound, or not to do something to affect that person's life. Takes a lot. And most people can't do it when it comes down to money. They're ready to crack your head if you don't got that bread. And y'all know what I'm talking about. I mean, all I'm saying is, if we're going to conduct business together successfully as a people, you can't be cheap. I mean, you don't want to do work completely overpriced work, but you can't be cheap. And those guys that are demanding these prices, you got to know what the hell you're doing. And you got to be consistent. And you got to have a good work ethic, because you want to do all that you can to satisfy that customer. Now, you don't want to compromise your time or your money, and everything extra that you do, you want it to be accounted for. And it's supposed to be like that. All I'm saying is, we need structure. Because something that can be a good situation can easily turn into a bad situation with lack of discipline, lack of communication, no structure, no strategy. If you think you can just come on a job and just exist there and bring people in, and if you don't get paid, they don't get paid, then you should not be hiring people as a contractor. You need to have anywhere from $15,000 to $30,000 overhead in your account without even getting a draw from a job, in order to hire people, in order to hire crews. Because if you mess up, then everybody's going to lose. And most people aren't as kind as I am. Some people will literally go upside your head on the spot. I saw it done. I've seen people get shot over this thing. I've seen a lot of stuff happen. And I just think that, we need to collectively work together, understand the people that are on the website, because there are some people that are on the website that aren't good managers. Like, you can give them the work and they can complete the job, but they made it through just by a hair because they're not showing up every day during the week. When they do come, they come in for half a day. And then while they're there, they messing around, you know. So, I mean, time is everything here. And if you don't properly prepare yourself, your performance is going to be bad. I'm not going to talk your head off. I'm trying to get my point across to everyone. So, because I know contractors and I know you all are feeling the same thing that I'm feeling. Because somebody can be bad on either end. And I have also ran into great customers. They didn't sweat you. They didn't add on any work. Hell, they even made you a sandwich, gave you something to drink. Hey, might even offered you a beer. Those are good customers. And those are the ones that you want to shelter, because now I choose the people that I work for. I don't care how desperate I am. I don't care what's going on. I won't work for you. And if I did work for you and you weren't managing your jobs properly, I'll never work for you again. So, one more thing. No, I did address that point. It was just the add-ons. Clients, no add-ons unless you're going to financially accommodate that add-on. Okay? Contractors, don't hire crews of people if you know you're not disciplined. If you know that you don't have the proper structure and you're trying to hire somebody that can manage your job sites for you. When I hit the job site, I don't come to manage other guys. I come to get my job done, because I can only be accountable for myself. I know what my capabilities are, but I don't know what this person's capabilities are. And if his capabilities can't match mine, then my day is going to slow down and I'm going to have more problems. I'm sorry to talk to you for about 12 minutes, but this is important. And I'm not the best speaker in the world, but I did learn how to get my point across. And there's not many things in life that I don't understand. And I do understand. And I have been on and I have ran job sites that were successful. But I had to work my tail off. And that's what's got to be done. Everybody's got to be putting it in. I mean, as long as you stay consistent, like, you can talk shit, you can do however you want to do it. But it's got to be consistent. And it's got to be planned. And you got to have a breakdown of what you want to get done every day. If you don't have that, then everything is going to be in the air. And when it comes down to the payment draw, you're going to say, well, I can't pay you until the weekend. Then it's going to be 5 days later, and I ain't had no money all week coming from you. And now I can't come back to the job site until you give me some money, because I'm not investing my money into something that I should already be taking care of, because my time is already on the job site. There's been job sites where everybody left the job site because they weren't getting paid. I stayed on the job site and finished the job because I'm a man of my word. I expect other people to be men of their word, but sometimes people just can't. It's a lot of things going on in their life and they're barely making it through themselves. And you know they're going to look out for themselves before they look out for you, even though they use you and sacrificed your time. So all I'm saying is, in this 15-minute video, start doing things right. Okay? Just because you see the money there, that doesn't mean that it's going to be in your pocket on time. Just because the guy looks like he got a little bit of money, because he's going to say, I got all these jobs, I got all this over here, all that over there. How much do you have for me? How much of that money do you have for me? And if you got that money for me, I'm going to be here every day. You might as well give me half of it then, up front. Give me the opportunity to screw you over. then the playing field will be even. But I'm a man of my word. I'm not going to screw anybody over. I love people. I love to help people. And like every day, like it's always somebody better. Like you are never the best. You got to stay humble. It's not in this game, and keep your eyes and ears open and learn as much as you can, because it's always a situation that somebody might understand because they've been through it, but you haven't. And you have to be humble and learn to listen. Okay? I want to thank y'all, for your time. That's the most important, because you can't get it back no matter what. And you can have as much money in the world as you want to, but if you don't have enough time, that money means nothing. All right? Love and peace, Ram Room. Later.